All right, welcome back. Now, I won't be too long today. I have three for a change. I only have three stories that I want to deal with. And since it's only three, I want to really get into them rather than, breezing right past them. And I'm always mindful to substantiate my beliefs and theories. As you all know, here recently, I have focused on the dog's motivation, why dogs launch attacks. And it deals with this issue of fear and anxiety. It's almost universal. It is universal. I'm going to just say it's universal. All dog behaviorists, all trainers, they all say that dogs attack because of fear. That they feel threatened and that it's fear. And that's the worst argument that they put out there. I mean, straight up, that's the worst. Because no other animal is doing that. It's not just dogs we get close to. We get close to several animals. So that's unacceptable. Another thing I want to be mindful of is how they push dog behavior as animal behavior. Understand that. No, it is not. Stop looking at dog behavior and calling it animal behavior. Until you can find other animals doing the things that dogs do, stop saying that. These things are unique mutants. And their behavior is not natural for animals on this planet. I'm willing to debate that too. Now, I'm sure several of you have seen this already. This took place March 14th, right? 2 days ago. East Broadway. I'm not sure where this was. Manona. All right.
New video obtained by 27 News shows the moments two officers were attacked by several dogs, sending the officers to the hospital. After the owners disputed the officers' claims from that day, 27 News began digging deeper. Rachel Perry has you covered on that video and how we've since learned that this incident, it's not the first time involving these dogs.
Oh, Jessie, start my way. I just got bit by a dog.
The video on your screen is time-stamped March 14th, 2024. Manona police gave 27 News this footage from start to finish as part of an open records request.
Look at him. Really? Ran from some dogs infest man's best friend. All right, let's go back.
Let's rewind to the start. Manona police were checking on a truck in a vacant parking lot. Watch as the officer walks away. The two...
That right there. That's what I'm talking about. When y'all conduct y'all goofy investigations, why don't videos like this pop up? Why aren't you referred to videos like this? These nutter trainers, so-called professionals, fake experts, they're going around saying that these things attack out of fear. When we got several police officers who bear witness, they ain't got nothing to do with fear, nothing being done to them. He's not even in their territory. There should be thousands upon thousands of cops objecting to the words that come out the mouth of these fake dog experts. Talking about it's usually fear. It's never fear. That's why they attacking you. What other living being attacks? Not just attacks, mind you. Invade their territory to attack. Invade their personal space to attack them. Y'all don't even have the benefit of saying that it's fear because the dog is so close to you and can't get away from you. No, these things are running from long distances. So, yet again, the brilliance of these fake experts is on display. Where's the fear? Where's the fear? Y'all can't keep saying that.
Parking lot. Watch as the officer walks away. The two dogs are...
Now, y'all saw what happened. I think this is a lady. I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but this is the nutter. So you see what happened? He opened the door and they darted out of the vehicle. That's why you got to be careful even when you're walking into a grocery store or any type of department store. Anytime you're around a parking lot, because these degenerates bring their dogs with them and endanger people. That just mobile endangerment. Yeah, this has happened several times. Nutters have dogs in their car. The dogs see living beings outside and want to attack them for no reason, simply because they're bloodthirsty. And as soon as they open the door, they dart out and latch on to somebody. Y'all telling us that's fear? You fake experts. You're fake. So fraudulent. I'm going to keep calling y'all out until you respond. And when you respond, I don't want to hear nothing other than I'm right, you're wrong, and you're no longer an expert.
Officer walks away. The two dogs are seen running in his direction after the officer calls for backup. Even more.
Does it seem like creatures that deserve food, water, and shelter to you?
Dogs, one by one, pile out of the truck.
Stop. Relax.
This is why they should rot in those shelters. Now listen closely to this part. Isn't this so embarrassing, so shameful? Cops will pull out the iron and, shoot people. If this had been two people, me and say somebody I know, running after cops like this and actually stabs one of them, do you think they'd be this reluctant to use force?
Out of the truck.
Stop. Relax. You got treats?
Both officers.
Listen to this. You got treats? Oh, no, boy. Leap like Superman back into the squad car. Oh, no. You got treats? How are you even motivated to feed these things at this moment? You got bullets. You're armed. You're cops. See, I should have titled this, When Cops Refuse to Shoot Dogs. And how is there two cops and neither one of them released fire? This is very embarrassing. Shameful stuff right here. You get treats. Thing that already stabbed you, then drew blood from you. And your big bright idea is to feed it. Shoot it.
Stop. Relax. You got treats?
Both officers are heard saying they've been
Nasty nutters with all those dogs in that vehicle. That is disgusting.
bit, eventually tasing one of the more aggressive dogs. After seeing our story on this incident, someone else came forward saying she was bitten by these dogs in Janesville. The police report supports her story. From there, we've learned it seems like this just keeps happening. Rock County Health Department records show these dogs were involved in a bite incident in February of 2022.
I guess all of these are cases of fear, right? Experts. I'm not going to get off of the things that y'all say. I'm going to constantly mention how wrong y'all are. You bunch of liars, lying to the general public. You're making things worse.
In Janesville and another in October of 2023. The woman bit in that incident tells 27 News the dogs chased her while she was trying to get inside her apartment building.
Another unprovoked attack. Where's the fear? Where y'all getting this? Huh? Lord.
Following last month's incident, the owner of the dogs told 27 News the officer was...
No, they had to have been pestering the dog. That's why you conduct your investigations. They had to pull the dog's ear, pull the dog's tail, try to take its food. Something like that had to have happened according to you, the fake experts. The film don't confirm it. The reports don't confirm what y'all say.
Was already in his car when the dogs...
How y'all gonna offer theories and put it up against eyewitnesses? Crazy.
got out, but the video proves that wasn't the case.
So the owner said that the cop was already inside of his vehicle when the dogs ran out of the vehicle, and he lied. That's what they just pointed out. So again, perpetual liars. Lie, lie, lie. Their whole life is a lie with these dogs. They're calling them family, this and that. Lying is nothing to these people. That's why I couldn't even be their friend.
Dogs got out, but the video proves that wasn't the case. In the end, both officers were treated for their bite wounds at a hospital. The owner was later issued 2 citations for not keeping the dogs under control.
A citation? Let me back this up. Do y'all think that would have happened to me? Or you?
The officer was already in his car when the dogs got out, but the video proves that wasn't the case. In the end, both officers were treated for their bite wounds at a hospital. The owner was later issued 2 citations for not keeping the dogs under control.
So it sounds to me like they tried to be as lenient as possible to the owners of these dogs. What do you think they would have charged me with had I ran out of that vehicle and managed to draw blood from that police officer, let's say with a pocket knife? You think they just give me a citation? That's the bias I'm talking about. That's the dog worship I'm talking about. They give dogs freedoms humans don't get. That's backwards. Backwards. This is a sick culture.
In Manona, Rachel Perry.
I told you, they're basing this society on the philosophy, ideas of Aleister Crowley. They worship this guy. Everything. And I'm talking about laws. Laws. They are to be structured for their God, Aleister Crowley, to make everything backwards, reverse everything. That has been the tactic for quite a while now. Reverse everything.
27 News.
Now the dog's owner maintained
A cop running, leaping in fear back into a vehicle. That's backwards. Supposed to shoot it. What are you doing? Man, a police officer would not shame himself, degrade himself by running on foot away from me, chasing him with a knife, and he leaps into the squad car, close the door and lock it, shaking and trembling. Now let's hope that we don't ever see another case like this. You got cops reluctant to shoot these killers. Can't make this up. So, behaviorist, trainer, veterinarian, this obviously wasn't fear. So what was it? Possessive aggression? Was this territorial aggression? Here the dumb dog is not even on its territory. That cop wasn't in that dog's, wasn't nowhere near that dog. How do y'all chalk this up? Y'all the experts, allegedly. See, this is why I'm snatching your stripes. Taking your credentials from you and applying them to myself.
An Anne Arundel County 5-year-old.
Now, As many of you know, while I was at work yesterday, a story surfaced of a 1-year-old who was killed by a dog. A 1-year-old killed by a dog, 3 dogs in Duncanville. This took place in Duncanville. Where is that? That is in Texas. Once again, Texas at the center of attention.
Texas family dropped their baby off at their sitter's house and never got to take them home.
That child killed in a dog attack. Lauren Crawford, she joins us live now from the Duncanville Police Department. Lauren, 3 dogs, we are told, attacked this child.
Yeah, Steve Madison, the child was just 1 year old. Now, I have reached out to Duncanville Police Department this morning to get an update on this investigation and whether criminal charges will be filed. However, I did go over to the neighborhood where the dog attack happened this morning and talked to one mother who says hearing about this attack makes her worried to even let her 5-year-old son go out and play in the yard or her to walk her dog up and down the street. Now, Duncanville police say 3 German Shepherd mixes, roughly 80 pounds each, were involved in the attack Monday morning. Investigators say the dogs were outside but somehow managed to get inside of the home. Police say the babysitter tried to pull the dogs off.
Stop. I hope y'all heard that. These were not family dogs. As far as I'm aware. But it really don't matter. They came into the home. They were outside. They went into the home to kill a baby. Come here, dog trainers, behaviorists, veterinarian, get over here. You want to explain to me how this is fear behavior? Take as much time as you want. You want to write it out? Take as much space as you want in the comment section. Y'all got a task ahead of you. Fearful. Wander, leave its territory. Okay, first of all, left their territory, invaded others' territory, went inside of their home, and targeted the helpless. The target that couldn't fight back. That's fear to you? Well, y'all have a sick description of fear.
Involved in the attack Monday morning. Investigators say the dogs were outside but somehow managed to get inside of the home. Police say the babysitter tried to pull the dogs off of the baby, but she was not able to.
Now, this is 3 dogs. Now let me test my suggestion. See how much sense it makes. Don't y'all think it would have been better to have euthanized all of them before this happened? If world governments did what I believe they should do, which is round all of them up and euthanize them, this wouldn't have happened. That's just a fact. This would not have happened. Ain't nobody gonna tell me that I'm somehow crazy or illogical, unreasonable for believing these things should be banned and driven into extinction, manually driven into extinction by us.
But she was not able to. Officers and paramedics tried to save the 1-year-old, but when they arrived, the baby was unconscious. An emergency escort rushed the baby to the Children's Medical Center in Dallas, but the baby died shortly after arriving at the hospital.
Our hearts go out to the family. There's no question this is a tragedy. It's important for all animal owners to ensure that they're...
Listen to his language. He immediately starts using the word animal. Ain't no other animals, ain't no other pets doing this. Fix your language, please. I shouldn't even be able to talk to a sheriff like this.
Hospital.
Our hearts go out to the family. There's no question this is a tragedy. It's important for all animal owners to ensure that their animals are confined. And if there's kids around, to ensure that there's some adult supervision around in case something like this were to happen.
Listen to this joker. There was adult supervision. And what do you think an adult would have been able to do? Stop it from happening? Where does that happen? So you're suggesting a failed environment, suggesting that it should have been this type of environment so this wouldn't happen. Environment being an adult present, which there was. The adult tried to pull the dogs off. What we saw, what was proven, is that adult presence is worthless. It's not going to stop attack, and it's not going to put an end to an attack that has already started. Again, I should not be talking to law enforcement officers like this. Have y'all lost all your common sense? I mentioned to the members, I see something questionable in this man's eyes. He knows that their response to murders like this, tortures like this, is inefficient, inappropriate. Where in each and every case, the 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 5-year-old was not only killed, but tortured first. And you can see it in their eyes. They know they're not responding to these murders properly. You failed. Fail in your youth. Fail in your country. Where you patriots at? All your fake patriot, American flag waving, you're fake. Y'all not true patriots when you allow stuff like this to happen. Call stuff like this accidents and create homes for stuff like this to happen. You got to value your culture to be a patriot. And this ain't my culture. This some sick, demonic nonsense right here. Now let's let the failed law enforcement finish.
Our hearts go out to the family. There's no question this is a tragedy. It's important for all animal owners to ensure that their animals are confined.
Confined? Dogs can get past that. That's the problem. Even their little suggested solutions are failures. Dogs can manipulate restraints and barriers. So just keeping them confined, that ain't good enough. This nutter had him confined in his vehicle in the story I just showed, didn't he? They were confined in the vehicle, weren't they? That's the problem. You can't keep no dog confined. And when it's not, it could attack. Just saw an example of that. Again, failed solutions, failures, failures, failures. While there's death after death after death after death. Maimings. But I'm in the wrong, huh?
And if there's kids around, to ensure that there's some adult supervision around in case something like this were to happen.
Yeah. Can't make this up.
Now, Duncanville police did say that animal control responded to the scene as well and took control of the 3 dogs. Again, we are still waiting on an update and whether or not we could get a press conference today from Duncanville Police Department.
I wonder what the plan is. Will they adopt them out?
Of course, we'll stay on top of new details and bring you the latest. Live in Duncanville this morning, Lauren Crawford.
Think they'll adopt them out? probably shaved the hair, sent them to a new state. There's money in dogs. Can't make this up. Just demonic. Demonic to the core. Dogs, I'm talking about. And the problem is that owners, you are enablers. You're enablers of these demonic beasts.
An Anne Arundel County 5-year-old is recovering after 2 dogs mauled her while playing in her own driveway. This happened last week in Glen Bernie, north of Greenhaven. 11 News reporter Tommy Clark went to speak with the family today as they seek justice in this brutal attack. And we want to warn you, the images you're about to see are graphic, but we want to assure you the girl is going to be okay.
It was just like any other day for this Glen Bernie family. They were hanging out in their driveway when the dogs appeared and attacked.
This story surfaced just a few hours ago. Let's continue.
Kate Jones was heading to the mailbox with her 1-year-old niece in arm, her 5-year-old Lachlan outside playing.
I grabbed both of the dogs by the scruff of their neck and just kind of yelled to her, like, you need to run, like, go inside.
Oh, wait a minute. They do show the youngster here. And I don't like doing that. YouTube posse. I'm going to make it real tiny. Sorry about that.
Kate ran and shielded the 2 children from the dogs until her 2 older kids saw what was happening and alerted their father.
They came back.
Now, did y'all catch what happened? My apologies for interrupting.
Dogs appeared and attacked. Kate Jones was heading to the mailbox with her 1-year-old niece in arm, her 5-year-old Lachlan outside playing.
I grabbed both of the dogs by the scruff of their neck and just kind of yelled to her, like, you need to run, like, go inside.
Kate ran and shielded the 2 children from the dogs until her 2 older kids saw what was happening and alerted their father.
They came back twice.
Each.
After I threw one off, and I was dealing with the other one, they just kept coming back.
Now listen to this. Hey, you experts, y'all get in here. Get in here. Check this out. Tell me if this sounds like fear behavior. If this is fearful behavior.
The Jones say the 2 German Shepherd-looking dogs circled their home and stayed on the porch until the EMT, police, and animal control arrived.
Is that fearful behavior? Y'all can't even begin to make this argument of fear. I wish y'all would. When I start taking calls, I dare one of you to call up talking about fear and anxiety. Circled the house like what? Predators that were not afraid of the victim at all. Right? Good luck proving that.
And I was dealing with the other one, they just kept coming back.
The Jones say the 2 German Shepherd-looking dogs circled their home and stayed on the porch until the EMT, police, and animal control.
They made home at their home. Set up shop. Y'all talking about fear. Oh, it attacked her because it's afraid of her. Or, hey, if y'all not saying it's fear, it's because somebody did something to it. And it's crazy how these so-called experts take stories like this and conclude that they were provoked. And that's what they conclude. If they're not saying that the things were fearful and full of anxiety, they're saying that they were provoked. They say this each and every single time they talk about dogs attacking young people. Just Google it yourself. Google why dogs attack young people. The only thing they're going to talk about is what they do to the dog to provoke it. Y'all remember that one trainer, Nutter, sat up there and said that, literally said, dogs are scared of them. the demographic they attack, most of the time, they're actually afraid of them.
Arrived. Anne Arundel County Police confirmed the dogs are now in custody and an
Back here.
investigation is underway.
Our dogs were attacking us.
Meantime, little Locke is recovering. Her backpack shielded her from some blows.
Now, wait a minute. Look at that. The backpack of a 5-year-old. See, the dog lovers, they don't view things like this as being justification to ban and exterminate these things. So when they support dogs, they accept stuff like this happening. They accept it as the norm. Remember, 14,000 dog bites every day here in the United States. Okay, this is y'all. You are the ones co-signing with a society like this. Crazy.
From some blows. Still, she suffered puncture wounds from some blows.
Man's best friend. Kids are drawn to dogs, like that nutter said the other day. They're a match made in heaven. They're best friends. Young people, this look like y'all's best friend? Hey, young people, the adults around you bringing these creatures, they're responsible for this, bringing them around you, telling you to rub on them. This is why I'm telling you don't. This is why you get up and leave. They're trying to desensitize you because they're trying to increase stuff like this happening.
Still, she suffered puncture wounds, gashes to the back of her head, and deep claw marks in her back, calling for staples and stitches. Her parents are working to heal their family from the...
This is all acceptable in the mind of dog lovers. A 5-year-old laid up in the hospital, wrapped up in bandages with holes and chunks bitten out of them. They look at this as acceptable. I mean, talk about character. What kind of character is that? All because you get off on rubbing on these things? Okay.
Deal. I'm in a constant state of what did I do the right thing? Did I fight hard enough? Did I do that? Could there have been something else that I did?
I got a question, ma'am. While you're talking, do you think this attack was provoked? Huh? She didn't say nothing about tail pulling, ear pulling, so-called experts. I don't know where y'all getting that from.
They're calling for accountability because 1 week later, they still do not know who owns the dogs.
And listen, nutters, I've shared thousands of videos like this already. I'm not pointing out or just using this case as an example that you don't know what you're talking about. Every single dog attack case I've shared on YouTube is exactly like this. An unprovoked attack where nobody doing nothing to these dogs. So where are y'all getting your information from? Some secret vault underground somewhere?
The Jones want to see their sense of safety restored, gain closure, and prevent any other attack from happening in the future.
But this is our 5-year-old daughter, and she is the sunshine that was very nearly ripped out of our lives. And so we just asked the owners to come forward.
Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy how dog lovers defend the creatures responsible for stuff like this? And then turn around and try to project themselves as morally superior to everybody else because they coddle to and love these things so much? No other living being in society targets this demographic, a helpless demographic, and y'all okay with it. That's y'all's character, not mine.
In Arundel County, I'm Tommy Clark, WBAL TV 11 News.
Okay? So if you want to come around and tell me I'm such a bad person and I'm so immoral, prove it. Y'all gonna have to prove that I'm the bad guy, because all the evidence points towards y'all. You can change it. Simply get rid of your worthless mutt and never acquire another one in your life. Shout out to everybody able to join me for this live stream, and I hope to see you on the next as we continue with this crusade.